Hey guys, it's Christian, Vancouver real estate agent and expert. And for today's video, we're going to answer the question, should I be worried about competing listings? So you're getting ready to move. You want to list your home for sale. You've talked about a price. What do you do when the neighbor down the hall lists their home for sale, or your neighbor on the block lists their home for sale? Are you worried about this? I don't think you need to be. Here's what you would do. If, let's say, you're listing your condo for sale, or I'll give you an example of a townhouse we were in North Vancouver. And in this case, this was a townhouse. They were asking $1.55 million. And we went in, it's a nice new product. It's a good developer, some decent finishings in there, but it's not perfect. It's across from a bus depot. It's a bit of a noisier road. And it had a rental suite component to it, which was nice, so extra income, but it was also came just with the one parking spot, not the two. So it wasn't an ideal setup for a townhouse. And they were listed at 1.55. And if I were talking to one of the other owners in the complexes, I'd say, we're going to use that listing to sell yours. We're going to list lower at 1.5, because I know, after having done an analysis, a comparative analysis, that listing is $100,000 too high. And so what we do, and you would do this, or you can do this with a townhouse, a condo, is you just come in under the asking price of the overpriced listing. It makes you look good. It makes you look like you've got a fair price listing. Buyers a little less willing to negotiate, potentially. And it can definitely make your listing and life a lot easier. And I think it does lead to a quicker sale too, if there's a couple of overpriced dogs on your street. Now, here's another scenario that might come out, is you've talked about a market value and you come on the market and the same day you see there's a listing that comes out just like yours. We had this happen in downtown Vancouver last year, where we had a nice building, air-conditioned downtown, one bedroom. I thought I had pegged market value, with a bullseye precision. And then someone else comes out, the very floor above it, same unit layout, everything. And so I'm like, wow, bit of a pain in the ass moment. But I called the agent to get the inside scoop on the property, and I realized it was tenanted. The tenant was denying access. It didn't show the best, according to the agent. And he said the sellers were very inflexible in the price, that they were, literally not going to look at more than, 5-10K off the asking price. And so knowing that little bit of knowledge, I shared that with my client, and I said, I think, as long as we get every last person in there, I think we're going to be able to reach the finish line before the competing listing one floor above us. And we did. And I think we beat it by months and months. So that's just by doing a little bit of field research, you can find out what the background story is on another listing. And you don't need to worry about drastically reducing your price. You don't need to worry whether or not your home will sell. Third scenario is you come on the market and now a very comparable unit drops their price. We had this last year with a townhouse in Yaletown, came on the market, and all of a sudden the guys about 6-7 doors down, they dropped the price by $50,000, and now we're the overpriced listing. Well, sometimes you just have to kind of run with that scenario. Obviously I talk with my clients about it and ask them what their time frame is, and again I put in the phone call to the listing agent on the other end, meaning that other home, and find out what the background story there is, and just see how much info I can pull out of them and share that with my client. But basically, it ended up working out for us. We reduced to that same price point as well. And so now we're on an equal footing, and we're probably still a little bit above market, to be very frank and honest with you. Nevertheless, it's just a proven formula for success if you're constantly showing your home for sale. I constantly repeat this to my sellers. Let's allow buyers to test drive your home, just like they'd test drive a new car. Before they pull the trigger on it, they want to feel it. They want to sit in the seat, the front seat. They want to smell the leather and so on. It's the same thing. Buyers need to get inside your home. And even in those situations where another listing has come down in price, I think we're still going to be okay. And in that case, we ended up outselling that unit by about $150,000. And I like to think that I was good, but sometimes maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. But interestingly, it's the second time in that strata I've outsold the identical listing by over $150,000. You wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so either. Sometimes it's just about creating the conditions to help your home sell and sell for as much as possible, and access and the first impressions, and sometimes it's the way we talk about it with prospective buyers as well. So anyway, don't be worried about competing listings. Just make sure you are creating the right conditions to sell your home, and I think you will reach the finish line and move on to your next location. If you got comments on this, you want help with this, you can see our contact info below. Reach out to us and we're happy to connect with you. Until next time.